See, I'm evil because I have a cat. I'm also your host for today on the Snide Show, or the curator. I'm joined today by my brother and host of the podcast known as the Rye 5. Tell them your name, sir, please.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
He's in my world now. No, I'm starting to freak myself out a little bit. And I think I'm starting to freak out my little kitty here. This is Piper, everyone. She refused to leave the studio, and I'm an animal rights advocate, and she has a free will of her own. This is her house, too.
So she would like to be in your lap.
Yep. She's here to join us today on the show. So if you hear that meowing, this isn't some sick fucking... what is that? Don't hurt cats or whatever. It's none of that.
None
of
that.
that.
Yeah,
We just a cat.
We love animals here, but
so how you been doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty well. Just doing the grind.
The hard worker right here, man.
Yeah,
you won't find anyone like him.
Appreciate it. How have you been?
I've been great, man. I got the OBS working more, so we out here in space. See all the gas around us and the asteroids and whatnot, but we're safe here in our little capsule here, like Major Tom.
Almost like a cabin.
Ground controlled. Yeah, but like in space.
But
we're Snides in space. Space. Back in space. Snides in space. I'm your host, Snide Show Bob. What'd you bring to the table today? You got some topics.
Let's see.
You got a story to tell us? A good one might be because it's current. The people at home don't know this, but after we got done with doing the Rye 5, the pie episode, I don't know if it's dropped already. Actually, it may be dropping on Thursday.
Maybe dropped yesterday.
So check that out.
Yeah, definitely check out the Rye 5.
Rye 5. We get into top 5.
Different events, normally food related in some way. Somehow, it's anything that we can bring to the table. So if you would, maybe put in some topics, in the comments below.
That's a great idea. That's actually a really good idea.
But yeah, so just anything, but for some reason, always results back to food.
Well, Ryan, it's one of the things we've always bonded on, and it's second to only, I'd say, laughing fits is another thing we've always bonded on. We've always been able to have this telepathic thing where we're able to like vibes. We're able to just
100%
pass vibes around.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so check out, the episode from yesterday. So we were saying if it drops today, you were trying to bring up like a story, something that we could talk about.
Yeah.
So there was a moment of after the video that we were watching it, and I didn't know that we were editing it a little bit, and Cora over here had actually switched back to the live feed, and I didn't realize that that's what I was looking at. And so I was watching it for like a couple minutes. I was like, wait, hopefully where was the moment where Cora was out of the picture and I was looking straight at the camera, just zoned out, just not there. Just looking.
He's like, yeah, and I'm looking at it, and he's like just staring, and like we started just geeking. Oh my god, because it's like I could see what was happening. Was like he realizes like when was the 5 minutes that I'm just sitting here, and he started to say, can you cut like?
And I was watching. I was like, oh.
Like realize his lips move. Oh my god, we laughed for like 10 minutes straight.
That has never happened, and just that, just that, like coming out of nowhere, like it was so funny. Just for a solid, probably 15 minutes. Just I had not had a hearty laugh like that.
It is second only to the time that our mother almost beat us in the middle of a Taco Bell because we're on a road trip and we stopped by a Taco Bell and we just could. I don't even know what the trigger was. I don't even know
exactly what the trigger
was. What was it?
It was Rehab by Amy Winehouse playing over the stereo on that Taco Bell.
That's what it was.
and it was just that hearty no.
And we just kept.
For some reason,
Mom got so mad. She sent us out of the Taco Bell.
She sent you outside. She was like, "Why don't you go outside?" And I was like, "What?"
She's right though. We need some fresh air. Or something. Right. I don't know if it was just that boring of a trip that it was something so mundane.
Maybe,
but
it was
every time we made eye
day,
contact,
it was
we could not stop laughing.
Just hard.
We got in trouble for laughing. That's how hardcore our childhood was. We got in trouble for laughing. In the Snide house.
Get my handy dandy keychain out. I've got.
Oh what you got over there?
Some handy things. So I've got keeping it local, kind of local.
Mm-hmm.
State. We actually got 2 different beers here, and they're actually
Represent
both
VA. They're 2 up, 2 down.
Both within like 30-45 minutes of each other. And so let me just crack this up.
That's an interesting factoid though.
Yeah,
that these 2 are like local to each other.
That's near like Charlottesville, and this is in Richmond, so they're not too far away from each other.
Stone's throw. So this one's really interesting. I've been curious about this one since he brought it in the house. It's Guide Beer by Sweetwater, who also does the 420 Route 420
strain.
IPA. Yeah. And this, I don't know if it's brand new, but I've never heard of this before. And it's the first lager I've known for them to do. And lagers for me are 50-50. Porters, I found a couple that I like. But lagers are always like 50-50. They could either hit me or miss me. I don't know.
Hit or miss. Well, I hope this one's a hit. I've had it before. And it's pretty solid. I feel like it's an original.
It's got a good aroma to it.
Just like an original lager, just like your average beer.
I just realized I had the cider in there. I hope that doesn't mess up the palate.
Oh, well, we probably didn't have too much of it though, right?
It hits like a Pilsner.
Yeah.
There is sort of that undertone of like what an IPA has.
Yeah.
A bitter undertone, but smooth top, smooth finish.
Yeah.
It hits you when you first sip it, you get those undertones, and then from there, it's just smooth. I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And then I just love this bottle. And
yeah, man, it's like
another lager, which is it's a Richmond lager. It says Hardywood on it. I don't know if that's just something to do with like Richmond, if that's out of Richmond.
Yeah,
it's American craft lager. But yeah, so that was solid hearty laugh. To also call.
I was trying to reconjure it, but we've already geeked twice about it, and I'm just like,
I know.
In a couple of days, it's gonna hit us again.
I'm just gonna be driving on.
You're gonna get a random voice message from me, just cracking up.
I know. You're right. I am gonna be like, man, what did Corey send me? Some audio clip.
Anytime you see that, you know it's going to be something ridiculous.
Like it's 6 seconds. What is it?
What could possibly he say in 6 seconds?
What is 6 seconds?
I've been testing out some characters recently, and Ryan named this character that we've been doing for like years. That's based on Uncle T, who was an audio episode from a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to that, and you'll kind of know. But like these myths of when he was a child, and the rest of his siblings got some beans and rice, and he got the Whopper.
Yeah,
Bob gotta get a Whopper.
Bob got a Whopper.
But it's really deviated from that mythology, and it's become his own character, who Ryan today named Winston.
Winston, and that is so if or when this becomes a hit, it is this child who has like a mom and they smoke Winston.
It's the family
Winston
brand.
cigarettes. Yeah.
This is based on some families we've come across before, but a little bit from Winston here.
Yeah.
Even though I'm 13, my mama lets me smoke cigarettes. She says I'm mature for my age because I don't move a lot. And that's just one of many tidbits. Me and AC, we're trying to figure out a way to get them into sketches. We got some exciting things coming up. This isn't an official announcement. This is the preview announcement, but we're getting into a different kind of thing here at the Snide Network that's going to be dropping in January. So probably next week's episode, I'm going to have AC in. Hopefully we can we've been trying to do some trio
That'd be cool.
Snide shows, and maybe one person's got a remote in. We'll see. Hopefully we can line us all up together to do the official announcement, because it's something I'm going to bring Rye in on in at least the second episode of this series. Don't want to give too much more away, but I think that's it's all the good. Stay tuned here on the Snide Network. Snide Network. What's she doing?
Just
back over here, baby.
Just hanging behind the computer.
I did not notice I had this on. Well, that's gonna look janky for the first half of this episode.
But so you got any stories or anything to bring up?
No, I think that's enough up top. Let's get into some topical punch. Oh yeah, topical punch. He's been smoking on the water all evening. Every time I turn around, we might even get flagged by YouTube just for that. So the first two stories I have here, Forest folks, I got. This is a story that AC and I started covering when the subject first came up. Is the Danville Casino? This is shit. I didn't realize how old this got. I've been bookmarking stuff, but we got an update here on the Danville Casino. The referendum in the city of Danville passed to open a Caesars casino about a month ago.
Yeah.
Almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually got to see if maybe there's some updates. But what did you think about this?
So
what did you think about the Danville Casino?
I have not heard of the Danville Casino.
This is your first time hearing about it?
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy. That it wasn't like gambling is like, I thought that was like outlawed in Virginia.
Well, this is a groundbreaking. So just like how the marijuana dispensaries, Virginia was like, we'll let 3, or like, you know, how they're like, you know, we'll do a limited amount, and pretty much whatever company makes a good case for us or greases our palms enough,
right?
We'll let those businesses do business, right? So,
okay.
So, which reminds me, I remember I got a little peek behind the curtain on this process. At least last year when they first passed the medical marijuana in Virginia, our pharmacy, which I'm not going to disclose, but a pharmacy that we have been associated with over time, was trying to get permission, and that's when one of the bosses there kind of gave us a peek behind the curtain to let us know, like, we're not big enough for them to. They passed like 3 companies in the whole state were able to do dispensaries, and it's pretty much just whatever big companies that were already established or whatever. So it's a similar thing with this casino where Virginia's like, we'll let one from whatever the big casino is, which Caesars, you know that name.
Yeah.
So they're allowing one in Danville, and it's been a huge both ethical, moral quandary on a state level. I've been pro casino.
Yeah. If they funnel the money right.
That's my stipulation, because generally when this happens, they promise we're going to put a lot of tax revenue into the area, and it winds up being like 10%. The rest is absconded off somewhere else. So this one, I'm optimistic. Yes, exactly.
So Yeah, which Danville would be a good area for that for, because it's a not the best area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but I mean, it's got like what's crazy is because so I have a friend that lives down in North Carolina. I'm sure he may be
Shouts
on.
out JoJo.
Yeah, he may be here at some point.
Hopefully.
And so, but going down to his place, going the old way before all the interstates all connected and all that stuff. Going through Danville is just one of the towns that you drive through. And Danville, believe it or not, it's a beautiful area. It's just like when you're driving through, you're like, why does it like have to be so dirty? Like,
Yeah. I'd like to know some of the history to know why that is, because there had to be something.
Drugs, but what caused that?
That's exactly, because that's never the first thing,
for sure.
Unless there was an opium den there back in the 1800s that never shut down or something like that.
Yeah,
like
something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it was like a lot of it too can be like if there was maybe it's like there was some type of like not necessarily coal. But if it was something like that, like a big thing that used to bring in a lot of jobs.
In industry.
Yeah, some type of industry that shut down.
That's what generally happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't find a way to... Because think about what this area would be like, Ryan, if it wasn't for the universities. Yeah. What would this area be?
That's so true, yeah.
It's hard to tell.
With being this area, with being like the the middle of like two university towns. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest kind of things that brings all this suburban money around here, and it's going to be. It says where it's going to be based. I'm not really familiar with that area.
It says Main Street.
Yeah,
so it's going to be on a main street. So I mean that's a good area, I guess. I mean. Bring everything to Main Street.
Yeah, so it's going to bring in at least $400 million in capital investment to include multiple restaurants, bars, and hotels. It's going to employ 1,300 jobs.
Wow,
so that's
good.
That's good.
There you go. Will it be in a casino?
900 construction jobs.
Yeah, it'll be like minimum wage or nothing. Like.
Hopefully. I want. This is a story that I kind of want to dig deep on. Yeah, and I've been following it. I think this is the latest update I've had on it.
$22 million in-state collected gaming tax revenue is expected.
Yeah, so if they don't do some shady reallocation of that money, it should clean Danville up.
At least in some way, yeah.
Yeah. So, but there are a lot of people that are concerned, and I get the concern, and I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm with you on being distrustful that this is just going to turn into freaking Back to the Future 2.
Right, yeah. But I mean, optimistic's a good way to put it. Like hopefully it will clean it up. 1,300 jobs. That's a lot of jobs.
Full-time jobs too. Think about even the part-time jobs that may come.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's anything like it may run. I mean, people will go there. I mean, I'm sure there's people there that would want to put it.
Yeah.
And so, awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, and so I'm also going to ask you what I asked AC if it opens up.
Mm-hmm.
We taking a trip?
For sure. I've got to figure it out. I got to see what. I got to see. And I
GTA IRL.
I gotta bring Mo. Mo's gotta go.
Yeah. Mo's gotta go.
I know my partner Jazz probably would not join us, but
I don't know about that. It'd kind of be like probably a guy's trip, but I'd want to have the fun night, and then I'd want to have the productive day where I'm like getting interviews. I'll fog your face or whatever. Tell me what's really going on here.
Right.
Because I really want to, and hopefully it's like, this is a great job.
Right.
Or it's a massive voice. It's a great job. It's a great job. I really can't complain about Caesars. They're good.
They pay me well. We get vacation, all full benefits. But
I'm like, that's what's up.
All right. Why are you asking me this?
That's what's up. Snide show. Represent. Hit us up.
Yeah.
Check out the YouTube.
But yeah, totally guys trip. That would be really cool. Danville's not that bad, like an hour and a half away.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, a casino right there, you gotta at least once hit it up.
See what it's like, yeah. And why not? I mean, get some drinks, figure out, play some slots, I definitely want to play some blackjack. I would have to play some blackjack.
I got to try my betting strategy and see if
Yeah.
it breaks my legs.
Because I feel like I could do, like, a pretty good deadpan face, just like...
Dude, you poker facing all the time. You all about
Yeah.
that poker face, man.
But in my brain, I'm like, okay, this is what's going on, Like,
interesting, yeah. So you could do it, man.
So I do a lot of
I look over you. I'm like, and you just.
Fuck, I'm buzzed. Man, back on it.
Yeah.
But cool. What is this?
So this is the other story that we've been following.
Okay.
So that was sort of the state level. Here's the city level. I usually try to zoom out, but I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But we got the Christiansburg Council approved $18 million for park project. Now, there have been some haters on this. I don't know why. This is what our tax money should be going to. Public Works.
Right. So is this near the mall in Peppers Ferry, off Peppers Ferry?
Yeah, that little... So let me see. Because I've been kind of confused myself. I want to say it's going to connect to, like, that area by Kroger. I want to say...
Kroger, like Depot Street? I doubt there's that much area over
No,
there.
not Depot, but let me see. Because, hold on, it's farmland off of Peppers Ferry.
Yeah, it's behind the mall. It's, like, over near there.
Okay, yeah, so you're probably right. You know better than I do with this stuff.
Yeah, it's over, where that subdivision is, like, across from, like, Merchants, or where that NTB tire place beside Bowling Bones.
Yeah.
Across from there, there's that housing development.
See, my mind does this thing with maps where I just fill in the next thing. So in my mind, I'm always, like, picturing there's that subdivision, and then it goes right on to, like, Piper's whatever, that trailer park area. Like in my mind, there isn't, like, a gap there. But, I mean, that's just what my mind does with maps. I just fill in the next kind of populated thing. But really, those things are probably, like, a mile away from each other.
One that blew my mind was...
Piper's Landing. I'm sorry, just real quick. Piper's Landing. There's,
River
like, some
Landing?
There's those duplexes, and then there's, like, the trailer park behind it. Where JD lives.
Yeah, no, not anymore. But
sure, yeah, but like in my mind, it goes straight from the subdivision to that.
Got it. Okay.
But there's all that farmland in between.
100%. Yeah,
so that's
I've delivered back there too a lot. So there's a bunch of But yeah, imagine over there kind of is where it's gonna go. But so what is it? How much land is it that's going to
60 acres.
60 acres.
How much is that in miles?
I'm not sure. 60 acres.
Let me look.
Yeah.
60 acres equals how many miles? That's how I gotta look at everything.
It's a good way to put it, though.
So it's almost a mile, almost a square mile. Which, if you do a loop around there, that'd be a couple miles or something. And then, so I'm wondering what kind of what kind of I just spaced out on that.
So as far as it's going to be a park.
Like what kind of park? Like what kind of park?
That's exactly what I was about to
ask. Is it like Wildwood Park? Is it like Bissett Park? Is it like
Pandapas Pond? Like what type of park? Or what? Yeah.
18 million. They're going to do a lot of landscaping, a lot of.
If I'm not mistaken, there is going to be a lot of landscaping. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be like they're putting part water. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it might be something closer to like a Pandapas or something. Or they
thinking like a Randolph.
What?
Yeah,
like a Randolph Park. That'd be interesting.
Right, wouldn't
That'd be interesting. I've been picturing wilderness this whole time, but if it's more of amusement style, that'd be something. Because Randolph is public, isn't it?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I forget that that's a public park. In my mind, I always think of it as like a private amusement park. But
no, yeah, you can go. I've went there and like played basketball before. Like they've got like basketball goals, tennis court, all that stuff. I'm thinking that might be what it is. Which I'd totally be down for. I mean, if they want to do some basketball
it's different.
stuff and like,
yeah.
Maybe you can do like
play a little
pickup games and
tennis.
stuff like that
Yeah,
over there.
man.
Yeah.
I like basketball. I like outside basketball.
Right.
You know, I
Right.
want to get a little sun. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. With some sun on my body.
Yeah.
But
I'm
so.
always skins.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right,
So what do we got on this?
so it was voted 5-1. The one I'm guessing that didn't was Johanna Hicks, which she's bringing up a good point. Here we are trying to push for a park in the middle of this pandemic where people are losing their jobs. If I'm not mistaken, this came up before the pandemic, and that was kind of like when there was the big push.
It was a push a while back. Yeah.
So we put that park in the agenda. Looks like we're hiding. So like, and it's I don't know about that, because my point, all due respect to Mrs. Hicks, you're great.
Yeah.
So
right.
my thing is, we've lost things like movie theaters. We've lost things like
You're about to say
bars.
something that I've thought about this
Go
whole
ahead and
pandemic.
finish. Go ahead and say it.
So is it you're more saying that we need to push for something outside?
Outdoors,
Yeah.
where we got the UV going on.
Yeah, the sun killing everything.
Yeah, and we need stuff like that. It's a place where people can distance, unless
Yeah.
it is something like Randolph Park. And my case with that is like I think it's been proven like chlorine, stuff like that helps kill it, so there's not as much transmission. But then you got people sputtering and stuff like
Basketballs, everybody's touching the basketball.
Yeah, everyone's
But
smacking
honestly,
against each other.
my point of view is if it's now, if they haven't started it yet,
Mhm.
this isn't going to be done for a whole nother like half a year, right?
Good point.
So everything vaccine is out. Maybe
We've hit like 30% population immunity.
right, and so like so now it's what, almost, we're here almost the new year. You're looking for it to open right at the summer.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
everything to come out.
Yeah, so it peak UV and all that. So like you said, that like already hopefully there's been some immunity with the vaccines and stuff. So if they finish about that time, but oh man, it's been a plan since 2016.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So Christiansburg bought the land for 2.5 in 2013. So this is 7 years in the making. I don't like how Councilman Steve Huppert had to be kind of like, well, you should have said so. He's like, if you were a little more squared away, you would have asked these questions weeks, months ago. Like, what do you mean, bro? If you were a little more squared away,
Yeah, it's just
what kind of old white man talk is that?
Yeah.
If you were a little more squared away, like, why don't you square your fucking jaw? Councilman Steve Huppert, all due respect, I'm sure you're a fantastic person.
All respects to your family.
And so yeah, like it looks like 2019. There was so much momentum behind it. There's already been like $4 million invested so far. You gotta show the people something. You gotta show us something,
yeah.
man. You bought that parcel of land. We ain't got no income right now. Like, let's figure this out. So I'm not against parks. Who wouldn't want a park? But I also think the other people who haven't been able to pay their water bill, says Miss Hicks. My counter to that is that although I guess construction projects haven't really halted much through all this, so there have been those jobs, but this is more jobs as far as there's the maintenance and the construction
For
and
sure.
stuff.
Well, that's
so.
my thing. It's like, why don't, if it's sitting there, why not put it to use?
Yeah, just go ahead and snap that barbed wire open. Let us start running our dogs around over there. All right, you don't gotta do nothing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, or just put in a little gate.
Yeah, just put in a little gate,
little grass parking lot. Yeah.
Exactly. I was gonna say gravel, but you're right. Grass,
Yeah.
grass,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So,
You can park here.
maybe not in the winter, but man, just imagine like just 60 acres, just wide open. Just you could just go and do your own thing.
So it seems like they passed this. This is where law gets me, where you see people connecting things to a bill or a law or a referendum or etc. And you'll
Right.
see these little things attached to it scrawled in the margins. And apparently this park was attached to um, some sort of budget amendment to get people raises. I'm not sure exactly what Samuel Bishop is referring to.
Yeah.
But apparently it was passed with something to get raises. So it seems like some of the council members may have been strong-armed into this agreement, and I don't agree with that. And that's where like the law can be frustrating.
For sure.
Politics.
For sure.
And all that.
Yeah. Wow. So it looks like, was there some beef? It says I'm not finished talking. Yes, you are. Okay.
Like y'all,
Wow.
Mike Barber. Look like Mike Barber and Stephen Happert are they're just rude.
Spatting for no reason.
They're just rude,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Rude dudes. Rude, crude dudes on the council in Christiansburg.
Wow.
Quote me on it. Rude, crude dudes on the council in Christiansburg.
There you go. So what else we got over here? We got council. What does that say? Council boosted the retirement benefit multiple times.
For 1.75 to 1.85 for police officers, firefighters, first responders. I approve of that. So that's where the raises were.
Yeah.
Like,
Was in for the first. Okay. Well,
again, I'm optimistic about this park.
for
Just
sure.
like the casino in Danville. I want to see more growth in this area. I
for
want to
sure,
see more public works. I want to see more industry. I want to see some transforming of industries, you know.
And not have 3 Hardys in one town.
You get me started. Them Starbucks, we talked about them Starbucks.
We did, yeah.
Like,
what is that? 4? Is that 4
in
Starbucks?
this area.
Yeah, 4 in one
I
town.
want to see something different.
2? Sure.
Sure.
One
on each
in,
side.
one
Downtown,
in.
uptown.
There you go. There you go.
We're on
but
Wayside over
yeah.
here, kind of. You're closer
yeah.
to downtown. I'm closer to like
closer
Wayside.
to downtown. Yeah.
And
Sure.
Wayside, because of the Sheila Motor Mile, we got a lot there already. I mean, there's like 3 places to grab like a coffee shake. Do I really need a Starbucks?
Yeah. Over here, I understand the Wayside. I understand the interstate's right there. Sheila's right
Good
there.
point.
Waiting on buying your car. Let's go grab a
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, that's
But,
true. That's true. That's
so, but the over near, I guess, uptown, you've got the one in Barnes and Nobles. You've got the one in Starbucks. Then you'll
I
have
didn't even take into account the ones that are in places.
Yeah. Now those are not full function. Like, you can go in and get a coffee, but nobody's gonna pull over into Target then go to get a coffee. But maybe then that entices them to shop, or the other way around. They're at Target. And they're like, let me grab
I know
coffee.
a lot of game nerds go into that one.
Okay.
Because GameStop's right there, so people or at least back in the day, I'm quoting 10, 15 years ago, people would pop back and forth between those.
Yeah, true.
And then Barnes & Noble, it is a lot of people I bought a book, I want to read the first chapter here, I get my paper here. A lot of people getting their paper there for some reason. But,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But I get those ones, but yeah, the one that's opening right next to the one by...
They're closing that one.
Okay, well that makes sense if it's replacing. I wonder what's going to happen there.
I don't know. It's hard to tell what could fit right there. I know, you already got a sandwich shop, an ice cream shop.
The coffee shop kind of completed that little tidbit.
Yeah, true. So maybe something, maybe like a restaurant, some type of quick, or probably another Verizon, honestly.
Probably another Verizon, yeah. Another Verizon store. But but our point being that there's so many of these things, like it's nice to see something
More,
different.
yeah. And definitely, like a park. But I remember they closed that golf. Oh,
yeah, over by Silver Lake.
Yeah. And so they mentioned making that a park at some point, but if they make that other one a park, then
but you brought up the good point of like these maybe different kinds of parks. But Christiansburg has needed a good solid park. Like we mentioned the one on Depot, which I was hoping they were like expanding that
one,
but
I mean
it's kind of where would that go? Because there's all that drainage over there. Like that's the only place you could put it.
You got that creek that runs. Crab Creek.
You got the skate park. Aquatic center.
Rec
we don't
center.
have like a good trail. Like you got to go all the way up to the Huckleberry. But the Huckleberry, like
That will be
the
right
Huckleberry is
there.
so populated. Like
Yeah.
it's so populated, it's frustrating, especially if you have a dog who's a little jumpy. Like it's very frustrating. Like we need something like Wildwood, where it's like a mostly natural park that we just threw. Wildwood apparently used to be gravel, and I'm kind of like, man, I wish that was. But you think about Wildwood and
Hmm.
Radford, and you think about that main path. But
Yeah.
there's also all those little dirt paths that
Offshoot.
come. We
Yeah.
need something like that. These good rugged. And there's the coal mine loop on Huckleberry, but when you go to Merrimack, you might as well be in Blacksburg. You might
That
as well be.
totally is in
So for people
Blacksburg
like over
though.
here on the wayside, it's like I wish there was something in between
The two.
here and the Huckleberry.
But look up. You should be able to look up a picture of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There
Oh yeah.
was a mapped out
Oh
plan
yeah.
of what it's gonna be
Yeah, I
or
think
what
we
they had talked
started to
about.
look at that last time me and AC talked about that, but we didn't really get into the details because I think we were like trying to blow through a bunch. So yeah, there's Depot Park, Downtown Park.
Yeah, that's the
Where
one.
is that?
That's the one over near Pizza Inn, I believe.
Oh yeah, but there's not really like a trail. There's not really like walking over there. And then John Limley Lane. What is that? I never even heard of that.
Wayside Park. Oh, there is a park down there. That's right.
What? I didn't even know
Yeah,
there
it's a
was.
little there's a little offshoot turnaround that you can It's super 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 small.
See, that's the thing. There's all these parks, but I mean
They're
they're children's parks.
Yeah, they throw up two
I want a
basketball
big boy
goals,
park.
and there's two basketball goals and like a little grass area. And they're
My
like,
dog
"Here's the
doesn't
park."
like basketball. I've tried.
Yeah, she probably does get nervous though.
Oh, she hates that dribbling sound.
bet.
She hates that dribbling.
I
She
bet
hates
that
like
dog.
loud, like
That is
mechanical type noises.
super. Yeah.
So what
super.
is the?
Put in
It's Signature Park. They're calling it Signature Park.
Is that it?
It's an interesting name. In 2013, the town of Christiansburg paid 2.5. Blah blah blah. Ooh, there's a little video about it.
That's super old though. When is that? Or when was that?
Don't flag me.
Mhm.
It's commentary. So that's that subdivision you were talking about. Oh, I love drone footage. I love drone footage.
Wow, that's such a strange plot of land.
Yeah, it's L-shaped.
Yeah.
Is this
yeah.
Lex Luthor's park?
Oh my god. Yeah, that is a little subdivision though. I'm trying to pinpoint where that is though. Oh.
What?
Wait.
Where is it? Is that the theater right there?
I think so.
That's the theater.
Oh, what is this?
Mike Barber, you're a rude, crude dude. I don't like the way you spoke to Miss Hicks. You're a rude, crude dude.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. See, there's basketball goal. That's a. And then.
So this basin, that's the sort of watery part, right?
I think
That
so.
may be like what you were thinking of.
I think so.
So, what is this over here? Is that parking?
I think
I'm
it's
guessing.
parking. Yeah.
Parking. Oh, if we let it zoom out a little bit more, it's going to tell us a little more. So area to be graded only, no site improvements. Okay, so yeah, a lot of space there. A lot of space there. If no other people are around, let my dog run around a second.
La Plateau. It is.
La Plateau. Windsor Estates. Man, I wish I could like drag around.
There's
I
a
feel like
yeah. What is meadow? What does that all mean?
a meadow. A meadow. That's like a field with like slightly rolling hills. You know, not huge hills. A meadow's got like, you'll see like flowers and tall grasses and stuff. So, parking phase 1, central, large and small dog park.
There you
A
go.
dog park.
There you go.
I'm a citizen and I want to see this park.
Yeah.
And I don't know what all that little stuff is. So I see what you meant by Randolph Park. You meant like just the courts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
See, I
just
was
the-
picturing water slides and shit.
No, yeah, not that. Yeah. But
Just
yeah, what is that?
concessions
4
restaurant.
basketball courts almost. Or is that
Well, one's
one
probably
looks like
tennis.
one does look soccer though.
Ew. I'm just kidding.
But that would be cool. Yeah, that would be really
I
cool.
want it. I want it, man.
Area to be graded only
pavilion.
no site for.
I want my birthday at the park.
Do you?
I want my birthday at the park.
Birthday at the park. You hear this? Get this man a birthday.
Mike Barber, Stephen Happer, you're not invited.
Oh, well, we've had this land for now 7 years, so hopefully something will happen
Do
soon.
something public with it.
What is all this? What is all this?
Some little sneak peeks.
Wow. Okay. What is
Some
that?
pretty good animation, y'all. Y'all hired someone. Because so that little colorful part, that's the kitty part.
Oh, yeah.
It's the kitty part. This is where the kitties go.
Oh. So
I'll
this-
be over at the dog park. The cool kids. Someone's doing push-ups by the... Come on. All right. So that's the dog park right there.
Is that the dog park?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See there. Yeah.
So that, I think... I can't remember which one that is. Is that around here? It looks kind of familiar. But that's what... Oh, Henrico County Turf Dog
Oh,
Park.
that's
Okay.
just another. Yeah. Just.
So it's got some special turf. That's interesting. That must be where the picnic pavilion is. All right. Well, I've seen enough. I mean, like,
That is-
convinced. I
I'm
wanna
sold.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hopefully, let's see this happen. Hopefully, yeah, it'd be cool. Somewhere else to go.
All right. So now let's get into. Oh, actually, there's another Christiansburg story. A little. Excuse you, Piper. Excuse you.
You know.
Oh, hello, Piper. She's come to say hello.
Is she in the shot?
She is.
She's in the
actually.
shot, guys. That's awesome.
Come on, baby.
Oh. She's a little.
So, I just thought this was interesting. It's just a little tidbit. Christiansburg Walmart barcode switch brings felony conviction.
Yeah.
Felony
Wouldn't
for
that-
switching codes.
Wasn't that bananas? He'd like scan something and put something else up, like put it
Mhm.
like something.
I don't know
super
how many times I've seen a cousin that is not AC do that, and nothing happened.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But he was doing it with some crazy stuff. Though.
Yeah, this looks like some big ticket items.
And he was. Is that the guy? Was he from? Yep, Catawba. Yeah, I
Catawba
remember,
man accused by authorities. This is from WFIR, which I've actually never heard of. I think it's AM.
Yeah.
Catawba man accused by authorities of swapping the barcodes between two items at an area
Yeah.
Walmart have been sentenced to 5 years in prison with all but 1 day suspended. Prosecutors accused Andrew Zachary Ray of changing the barcodes between the items so that a blanket that should have cost $44.96 rang up as $13.46. That's not that
That
much.
was not that bad.
That's
That
$30,
was-
man. That's $30. I
I
mean, I'm
thought
just
it-
saying, 35 years
But
for
apparently
$30.
he's been doing it for years.
Well, let's see what the rest of the story says. Judge Mike Fleenort sentenced Ray Thursday in Montgomery County after he pleaded guilty to a felony charge of larceny. Third of subsequent offenses. So he's done this at least twice and been caught.
Yep.
This is some three strikes bullshit. Also ordered Ray to pay restitution, of course. According to Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Aaron Little's summary of the prosecution's case, authorities located in the Christiansburg Walmart the less expensive item with its barcode torn off. They used security video to identify Ray and later found the blanket in his bed. They searched his house. They searched his house for the blanket.
Wow. They wanted that blanket back.
Yeah, they really wanted that blanket.
You know,
Hopefully it
they-
doesn't got,
they-
COVID on it.
Yeah. Right. They did
This
that.
is 21st century SARS blanket.
Mhm.
The newspaper reported Ray is scheduled to go on trial, where he is charged with being a violent felon in possession of a firearm. Huh?
So that's the reason he's.
I feel like this isn't the whole story, right? Like this
No,
feels
this is
like
totally-
something's
This
missing.
is totally not. I don't know. Yeah. Like why? So we wonder what this man did for him to be a violent offender
Yeah.
with a firearm.
Let me see. Andrew Zachary Ray. Zachary's a middle name. I just wonder what this guy looks like.
So it said this was third time he's been caught.
Doing this.
So this is
He's a neckbeard.
hey.
I'm just
Oh man. But wow, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. I think it's maybe a little harsh, but sometimes when people just keep, they say don't rob the same bank twice.
Yeah, well, he robbed it 3 times on that
3
one
times.
on that one thing. Something happened for him to be a violent offender.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I think it's a little extreme, but also at the same time, it's kind of like, I feel like this isn't everything.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Isn't the whole story.
Yeah, that totally, 12 sentences can't be the whole thing, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
But, so what else do we got here?
And lastly, I just love this because it's just tickled me. This is a bit newer. December 23rd, this is coming from Vlad TV, which I am loving. I newly found this story
Vlad
right here
TV.
brought me to Vlad TV. And it's like really good, like woke news. Like,
okay.
Yeah, they're very underground, very focused on like social justice and all the sorts of stuff that I'm really a proponent of. So this Harvey, Illinois police officer arrested a fellow police officer on the spot for assaulting a suspect in handcuffs. Suspect. I love the way this guy pulls up with just such authority. It's so cool. I wish I could make it bigger.
That's so cool, yeah.
Look at the way he pulls in there.
He's like,
the other guys, like, they look like they just pissed their pants a little bit.
They're like, yo, what's he...
So apparently they already had the guy down, and they, like, maced him. Like, they were all ready. Like, the lady that's recorded it because she's like, dude, what is going on over there?
Yeah.
Like, they already apprehended him, and they were apparently being a little rough on him. And this guy pulled up. Let's watch. He's pulled up. He's like, what's up, brother? Let's watch this. Smacked him in the face. He's already in cuffs, and this cocksucker over here just like smacked him in the face, and he said put him in cuffs. That motherfucker's in cuffs now.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he's already in cuffs. It's being taken care of. Why'd you smack him? What is wrong with you?
That is crazy. Like what just, I don't know. There has to be something, I don't know. There's good cops out there.
Just like, I agree.
It takes like one tick off to be a cop. Like, there has to be something for you to be okay. You were signing up to kill somebody.
Yeah, to police people.
Yeah.
You say, I'm righteous enough,
Yeah.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, I'm wise enough to police other people.
Like, whole community.
That is going to attract good people. There are going to be good people
right.
like, man, this cop helped me out this one time. I really want, that inspired me. I know I'm a good person, or at least I try to be a good person, and
exactly.
that thirst for justice.
Right. Grow up and.
But then there's the other kind of person who's like, I really like having power over people.
You're like, okay, yeah.
I know what's up. I know what's right.
Yeah.
People are going to do what I say. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is this, say a viral video has?
Viral video has picked up public support for showing police arrest a fellow officer for assaulting a black suspect. The incident in Harvey, Illinois, which is south of Chicago. A woman named Erica Ramser captured the incident in a series of clips. The first clip showed 3 men holding down a black suspect as police vehicles pull up to the scene. While it's unclear if all or some of the men were security guards or actual cops, Ramser claimed that the suspect was maced. Once more police arrive. A second clip shows a black cop pull the suspect up as he's escorting the suspect to the police car. One of the 3 white men that originally apprehended the suspect strikes him in the face. The black cop immediately grabbed the assaulting officer and directed another cop to cuff the fellow officer. Third clip shows the officer handcuffed against the car as the video footage concludes. While some have applauded the way the police responded to a black suspect being assaulted, others have questioned if the assaulting officer was a security guard and if the cops would have responded similar if someone wasn't filming. There's currently no update on what led to the black suspect arrest. So yeah, we don't really know what the guy did or like what happened leading up to those clips. I mean, I'm sure some internet sleuths have figured it out by now, but I don't have the story here with me.
Maybe something we can follow
but
up.
It's I would like to follow up on it. I want to figure out this cop's story, the black cop, like, because I just love the way he rolls up with that authority. In my memory, for some reason, he always hops out of the car before the car stops.
Right. Exactly,
you know, like in my memory, he just pulls like a whoop whoop, like, what's up? What are y'all doing? Yeah. What is the story here? He immediately comes in with just, and that's what I like to see. I like to see that confident, sort of just confident, but with justice. Like you could tell he immediately was like, what's going on? Like, you know, he wasn't just coming in and like dogpiling on this guy like these other three guys were. You know, he came in, he took charge of the situation. That's what you want to see. Like
100%.
Like, not just take charge of the situation, but calm charge.
Yeah.
Calm, confident.
You're like, yo, what are you doing?
And open. Yeah.
Now, just to a similar degree, are you familiar? I know you're kind of out of the social media gang, but you know. Have you seen...
aside from my Twitter, check out my Twitter.
Yeah, definitely check out the Twitter, which I think we got both of the handles up there. But are you familiar with the meme going around about the Twisted Tea can? Yes.
I got a Twisted Tea the other day, and I went to AC's to see him and his kids for Christmas. It's really cute. They thought I was Santa the whole time. It was funny. I had my mask on, so they just thought I was Santa the whole time.
That's awesome.
It was so funny. It was so funny too, because like I handed out the presidents. I handed out the presents, and everyone was like, you know, like talking and stuff, and like you know, say thank you, and I'm like, you're welcome, kids, and then little Rusty's like thank you, Santa, and I'm like, you know, I'm actually your Uncle Corey, and he looked me right in the eyes and he's like, thank you, Santa. Like, he's like, I know you're not Santa, but play along.
But you're
you're Santa right now, all right? Like, don't ruin this. but yeah, and they were telling me about that because I brought a Twisted Tea with me, and they're like, did you see it? And they showed me the clip. Oh, so good. Let me pull it up right here because I just kind of want the viewers to see it just in case they haven't seen it.
So good.
Yeah. And that's what we'll conclude on today.
Okay. And we also got when I was watching that video, I was thinking like it would have been good if he would just took one swipe, just one kick, you know, while he's down.
I know. I'm totally like if they're being bad enough, I'm gonna kick them while they're down kind of guy.
I could see like, you know, he was thinking about it, but I guess he was like, I don't want to deal with the cops and all that. I'll keep it.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be a good guy right now.
But speaking of just like, you know, like we've watched like you know, like the NPC videos,
oh yeah, Oblivion NPC, that meme.
Check that out.
Just look up Oblivion NPCs.
But how that can didn't break his face when he like busted it over his face.
I know. I think maybe it would have if it hadn't already dropped. I'm trying to pull up the video. I'm letting the ad play through before I pull it up.
Gotcha. Solid video though.
Yeah, this guy, he's up at the checkout at like a 7-Eleven, and man, this does not want to load. It's crazy.
But at 7-Eleven, checking out, and there's a African American gentleman that's waiting to. I think there was something going on before the video started.
Yeah, it definitely looked like there was some sort of beef between this psycho right here and the checkout clerk, like the cashier.
that why it wasn't one to load? Maybe.
No, that's the picture.
Ah, gotcha.
There's a series of pictures it wants us to see.
To look at, gotcha.
Well,
But
folks, look
I'm
up
sure-
Twisted Tea videos.
And
It's
there
the
you
first
go.
one.
Yeah,
It's the first one that
but
comes up.
there's been some solid memes that has came from it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, like there was one where it was like this Twisted Tea in the glove box, and it was like, I keep that thing on me, like it was like a gun. Or I seen one that was like a gun holster on like a hip, and it had a Twisted Tea in it.
So pretty much people are like replacing.
A gun.
I don't know if it's
with a
been done
Twisted Tea.
yet. If you make memes, do this one where it's like a scene from The Walking Dead where they use just like items, like random items to take down walkers, and try to just do a shitty, just replace the weapon with a Twisted
Tea.
That'd be great. Like
solid.
Rick just
yeah.
popping walkers' heads off with a Twisted Tea.
Twisted Tea. Oh man, yeah, that one would be good. But that was just one, I wanted to throw out there just because we were on the same kind of wavelength of just the injustice.
Yeah,
just
injustice.
The
Yeah,
injustice
'cause this
and the
guy is-
audacity of people.
This guy was saying shit I wouldn't say to anyone.
Anybody.
To the cashier, and you can tell the guy behind him. And I've had moments like this where I'm like in Kroger and some guy's like got the mask around his neck, and he's just, you can tell like he wants to cough on people, like he's trying to get around people to cough around him just because he's
ignorant,
got daddy issues or
something.
something. Isn't it funny? All the anti-maskers, most of the anti-science people, they're just like this anti-authoritarian, and like if you listen to them long enough, it's parental issues. At the end of the day, it's like they got daddy issues or some ridiculous shit, and I just don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told what. Well,
Yeah.
why do I have to? I would if you wouldn't make me. And it's just that whole thing. It's like
right, yeah. That's
the
one that
brain
gets
of
me.
a 12-year-old.
You know what
That's
connection
the
I've
brain
made?
of a 12.
The same people that have that mentality are the same people that are going to tell women what to do with their bodies.
That's a good point. That's a whole other can of worms. And I agree with you. With you. It's always, there's some, because there's always a lot of double standards. There's always a lot of, well, if you think this, that actually doesn't make sense. Like,
Exactly.
But I don't know how many times we've seen those motherfuckers in public, and my lizard brain wants me to just punch them in the back of the head. Just get behind them to where they don't suspect me. They don't know where. Just pop them in the back of the head and then just leave.
Just walk away.
And just walk away and act like I didn't. Like, act like, excuse me? I didn't.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't have any mercance you need to buy or anything.
I know. Yeah, immediately get out of there. I'm going to the other Kroger.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
around the cameras. Like, that and just the other thing recently, and I think it's just because grocery shopping has just become such a you feel like you're going into a war zone.
It's a
or something.
hassle. It's a hassle to go
These
to the store
people
right now,
that get to the exit and then just stand there. They
Just-
get to the door,
Just
pull out
wait.
the phone. Let me check my messages right here.
Yeah.
My lizard brain again just wants to get behind them and just move, bitch. It's just drives. It's like
It's too much. Yeah.
you get to the door, then pull out the phone to look at your messages.
Right.
There are
Right.
all these
There's
areas.
so
you see
many-
where these benches are?
Yeah,
You can go over
benches
there,
or-
motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
don't get to the door. The door opens. Door opens.
Just let me look at it and see what's going on.
He said he'd be right out front, and it's. I'm trying to go. I don't want to.
There's even that intermission limbo spot in between the two doors.
Yeah, well, they do that, but they're like not off to the side.
Oh no, I'm saying there's even that much room.
Yeah, you can get over to the side where those
There's-
carts are.
Yeah,
Go
even
over
there.
there. And it's just, it all boils down to just this lack of self-awareness that people. I didn't know we were going to go here today. But just this lack of self-awareness.
Just a quick tirade.
Just what would I look like from the outside? Just some of that.
Yeah. Just
The other people around me.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, ain't you ever heard the golden rule?
Just-
Think about the people around you. What's going? How would you like it if someone just stopped in front of you? Would you like if someone coughed around you?
Yeah, or the same people that or just real quick, the people that do that in like the aisles too.
Yes,
People do that
in the
aisles.
middle.
Oh,
They're
in the
not
middle.
off to a side, but
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Let me check my list. There are areas, designated areas
For
that.
you to do this, yeah. But before your blood pressure rises.
Becca, get the heart monitor.
Oh man.
No, it's
But,
all fun. It's
it
all
is,
in good
it's
fun.
all, yeah,
You need
yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
of that.
For sure. You got to get through it some way, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe, got the new year coming, maybe up,
Write
up
your
for
resolutions below. You got a resolution?
I do.
Is it secret or is it like? I mean,
Just want to lose some weight.
I hear you, man.
Just the the original, like
That's
the regular.
Yeah. The regular American.
Yeah.
With the fucking corn we're constantly fed.
Right.
Just sneaked into our food like medicine. Corn. Yeah, mine's all about health too.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
up here than down here. Although
That's
if down
fair.
here follows, that'd be good
Yeah,
too.
for sure. Yeah.
Trying to get a little less snide.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, around here you
but,
gotta.
You got to. Yeah.
You gotta.
For sure.
Tell them what to do.
But stay right.
Well, that's yours.
But
you can stay right too.
Yeah. But
Stay snide.
stay snide.
Snide. Snides in space.
Space.
Crazy.